Hi, it's Sally. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with yet another little golden book junk journal. And this time it is Walt Disney's Dumbo, you know, the flying elephant. This is such a precious little story, and I have adored it forever. And I've made this book just in time for Walt Disney's remake of Dumbo the movie, and it's coming out next month. I'm so excited. I think it's March 20th when it opens. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, it is in March. And so I wanted to have this book ready in time for that opening. And so I made this, I finished it up, and I'm anxious to show it to you. This is the original little vintage book, little golden book. This is the original cover. As I've said before, the size of this cover is exactly the size of a little golden book. I have not cut it down any. And so that allows me to keep all of the pages inside at their original sizes. I have not folded any of the pages, nor have I cut them off in any way. So it all fits together just like it did. Only thing I did was add a few little extra pages in. Just quite a few. And then the spine I have increased to 2 inches. I believe this spine is 2 inches. Let me check. Well, a little bit over, not much. About 2 inches. And the spine is made as usual with these little buttons sewn in. The signatures are sewn through the buttons and back in and out through the next button and out back in. So these buttons are on the first signature and these buttons are on the second signature. And that way it keeps me from having a thread running from button to button on the outside here. This is upholstery fabric that I've used for the spine. It's embroidered. And it's, I think, a beautiful color for an elephant book. And the little buttons make it match the cover of the book. So let's get into it and see what we have. This is a closure with a Tim Holtz knob and a little hair ribbon elastic, ponytail elastic. And so let's get inside. Inside, I have the original book. I'm letting the original inside of the book show because it's in good shape and there's a little place to put your name. Hasn't been written on. This is the original first page of the book, and I have included the original little golden spine from this particular vintage book. This came right off this book, and so I saved it and in one piece and put it on this first page. I like having that little golden book touch to the junk journal. Also, as you know, I've told you before, my junk journal, little golden book junk journals, have the whole story of the original vintage book. The whole story's in here. The pages are in order, so you can read the story. On every one of the original pages of the book, I've put one of these little colorful metal tabs so that if you wanted to go down and look at the metal tabs, you could find a page from the book. Every little page from the book has a little metal tab on it. So you could read the book without going through the whole journal, as I've said before. Alrighty, let's take a look. So this page opposite of the first page in the book is a scrapbook paper, and then there is a little this is a sticker, and it has a real embedded flower on it and some green paper. It says make a wish. It's covered with something that looks a bit like epoxy, but I'm sure it's just plastic. And so that makes a nice little embellishment. And then on this side of the scrapbook paper, I did do some brayered ink and just to get some color back there. This is upholstery fabric that is a little fabric flip, and then it's held in with a fabric collage. This is upholstery fabric and lace and a little bit of burlap. And here's a little tiny elephant charm. I don't know if you can see that. See that little elephant? All right, and then this page just has a little tchotchke from, I don't know where I got that thing. It is just a piece of, I don't know, paper or something. Anyway, it's got a little gold trim and nice little background to it. Anyway, I found it in my stash and just stuck it in here. This is fabric ribbon that I've sewn on the edge of the page. And then on this page, I have a set of pictures of, you know, make-believe ancestors. Aren't those little children just darling? Came right out of somebody's family photo book from long, long ago. And I have them in this little vinyl pocket. Little bitty pocket. It's a see-through vinyl. And then this paper that I've made the page out of is some paper from a swap that I got. We just all got together and said, let's make paper for each other and swap it out. And so I've put some of those pages in here. Later on, when you see the other side of this, I'll show you how to find out who made the paper. And I don't recall off the top of my head. This is a little tab of Yummy Braillard paper that I put on here. And you've heard me talk about my Yummy Braillard paper. It's acrylic paint. And then I put a little eyelet in here with some ribbon. So you can see that tab. And then that's, I think, a rubber stamp. But the girl that made the paper did that. So it was really neat. On this side, I have, this is the other side of the Braillard paper tab, and then I have a little pocket here made from fabric, and this is like a stretchy, it's not really stretchy, but anyway, it feels like elephant skin to me, and it looks like elephant skin to me. Can you tell that? You see that? I love that. And I put it on with these little plastic tacks, and then inside is a little tag that I made from Tim Holtz paper. And it's got lace on the bottom with a little rusted pin, some cheesecloth under the picture, and then the back is just some graph paper, place for you to journal. This page is another place to journal, and you can see this actually has just some little Braillard paper. This is Braillard paper, this gray, red, and black. Is the red and black is the webbing spray that I've talked about. I don't know that they make that anymore, and if they do, it's usually just gold. They don't have the colors anymore. This is a piece from an old-time computer paper that used to have the holes on the side of it, you know. And then this piece I've talked about before, and I thought I would show you. It's a tab I make from these Avery labels. You can see here that this is a sheet of labels like you put in your computer to do address labels. It used to have a little paper edging and paper between here, but I've taken that off already. And what I have left are my little tabs, my little labels. And so when you pull one of these off, you see it just had, I rubber stamped on it. It's of course coffee dyed. So the whole sheet was coffee dyed. And then I stamped all over it. And then when you pull one off, you can make a tab. You can make anything you want to out of it. So that's what I used to make this tag with. And so that I do quite often, use that kind of paper. Okay. Then on this side, this is just a regular paper, and that's the other end of the tab. And this is a Dr. Seuss flashcard with elephant on it. It's held in with washi tape. On the back is the back of the flashcard. It is attached to the end of a popcorn sack from the circus. And then the other side just has a little clown sticker and some washi tape. This is a rubber stamp. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. And that sounds like the circus ringmaster. And then washi tape on this side, a little rubber stamp of the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey popcorn bag or peanut bag, whichever they use it for. Another book from the original book, a page from the original book. This is a little elephant and giraffe paper. And it has washi tape as a little trim here, and then a tag that I made from, I drew this elephant. You'll see it again, this elephant again, the one I took it from, the artist that drew it. I'll give you her name later. and a little bird on here on top of him. Well, I just kind of drew it on the acetate. This is pearlized acetate, and it's on a large tag with a ribbon, and then the back is gessoed with watercolor. It's just for fun. And then this side has a little dangle on it, a little bead dangle, you can see here. I think this bead dangle and some of the others came from a line at Michael's of jewelry elements called Industrial Chic. And Susan Leonard Katzmer had that line. I'm not sure she still does. I haven't seen it lately, I don't think. But anyway, so I have several of those in this book. I can see one hanging over here right now. I'll show it to you later. This is a lace pocket with fabric ribbon sewn onto it. And inside is some of my eco-dyed paper made into an envelope. That makes a really pretty envelope, I think. And inside is a nice African elephant herd, picture of an African elephant herd, and on the back is just a place to journal, so that makes kind of a nice little enclosure for this pocket. Okay, and then this side has just a scrap of paper, and it's folded up so that there's a pocket on this side, and on the front of the pocket is this Dick and Jane reader, a page from the reader, a little part of the page, and these were the actual words from the reader too on this page. Come and ride. So I thought come and ride was appropriate because the booklet that I have made in here has a picture of children riding elephants. And this, I think, is probably Tim Holtz paper. And then you just undo the little latch here, unfold it, and you have a tablet in here, or a book if you want to make it a book this direction. Anyway, it opens up and you can journal all inside there. And then it just closes up with the string tie and sits right back in the pocket. This side has a nice, thin, beautiful piece of fabric, I think. I love this fabric. It's so see-through. You can see what's underneath it. It's just a lot of fun. And this is coffee dyed tracing paper. Then is a little envelope. Let's see here. This is just an envelope with gesso and watercolor on it. It was a window envelope. And then I just put a little tape on the edge just to adorn it. This page is a Ringling Brothers circus poster that I made into a pocket. I sewed it on 3 sides so that there was a pocket right in here. And this I put in the pocket. This is a picture from a book, an art book that I have. And I just liked it because it had the elephants and the other animals on it. It's just a little journaling card, and I stuck it in the pocket here. Alrighty. And then this page has some, actually this is duct tape, not washi tape, and a little elephant sticker. Then I found a song in my children's songbook called The Elephant, and that I thought was cool. Then there's the Naughty Soap song and the Hush Bye Baby. I'm not sure what the Naughty Soap song is about, but anyway, on this side is another little miniature circus poster. Valentine's Mighty American Circus, it says, and there's just some journaling room on the back. This is watercolor paper with watercolor on it that I made this little tuck spot and sewed it in. This paper underneath is actually, it's acrylic paint, and what it's from is when I made some Yummy Braillard paper, I put paper sack down, and then I load my paper sack with little dots of acrylic paint, different colors, and then I use a brayer or a roller to just roll the paint together and do that. And when I get through, my roller is caked with paint, so I just have a stack of regular paper over to the side, and I just roll this paint off on it, and that's what this is. It's just that extra paint rolled off. This is lace, and then this is a darling little charm from Industrial Chic. It is, I hope you can see, let's see if I can get it up here closer to you. It is a little elephant. a bear, a little circus bear on a ball. You see that little bear on a ball? I thought that was the cutest little thing. And that was an industrial sheep charm. All right. On this page is a belly band made of watercolor paper, watercolored, and then a circle tuck spot, and in the tuck spot is a little portrait, little clown portrait, and a place on the back to journal. That's in the tuck spot. And then in the belly band is another little place to journal with a rubber stamp, circus rubber stamp in there. So I liked that paper. It looks like a treasure map, kind of. Then this is an envelope, and I've put fabric on it to come over and cover the flap. This is a rubber stamp. Inside here is a little miniature circus poster for Dumbo, and a place on the back to journal. Original book page, scrapbook paper with lace on the edge. Here's a little key, a little half of a key. I think that came from industrial chic too. This is a pocket from scrapbook paper, and inside is a little journaling tag. This picture came from the art book that I have, and just a place to journal on the back of that. Then we have the middle of the signature, which is Franken paper. Excuse me. Franken paper made like Nick the Booksmith does. I got this idea from her, and just made me some paper. You can journal on it if you want to, or just leave it like it is. It's really neat looking. And then I have a little tuck spot from this vintage circus poster, miniature. Here's a little card, African elephant. It's coffee dyed, and some facts about the African elephant. And another miniature circus poster, Barnum and Bailey circus poster. And a place to journal on the back. We have on this page a little pocket that has two places. The top you can put something in the top. I've put two little tags here for journaling. And then also you can put one on the side here. I've put a little tag that has a little pocket. You take the little card out of the pocket, and it's a little tiny place to write something secret if you want to. Write something on it anyway. So that's just fixed so you can have those. Now on this side is a paper bag with gesso and watercolor decorating it. Inside the paper bag is a Dr. Seuss bookmark. And the bag itself is a belly band. And so inside the belly band, I've put this little piece of paper with this picture of an elephant in it. I thought that was cute. And that came from my art book also. And you can journal on this if you want to. You can add other things in the belly band if you'd like. This is cotton fabric that came like this. I've forgotten where I got that. Maybe at Hobby Lobby. Maybe Walmart. I don't remember. But anyway, I colored it. It was cream colored, and I colored it with Distress ink. And then this little charm also came from Industrial Chic. And it is a... see if I can get you to see that. Yeah, it's a little wheel. I thought it looked like a circus wagon wheel, so it has a little bling on the bottom. So I used it on here. And there's Dumbo's mama. This story is really cute. If you haven't read it, I recommend it. This is the other end of that envelope with the fabric flap, and it has another little Dumbo card in it. It's like a miniature circus poster. It's a place to journal on the back. Everything has a place to journal on the back. And this is a little fabric pocket. I like that fabric. Reminds me of the circus a bit. This is a card, a postcard actually, and it is from Elephant. It's called Elephant 2014 by Alice Patella. She's the artist that did the work. This card came from Animal Box, which is 100 postcards with pictures from 10 different artists. And so This one was Alice Patullo, who did this little elephant. This is the back side of that acrylic paint waste paper. And the other side of the music pages. Here's the other side of the little envelope with gesso and watercolor and just a little sticker on there of Dumbo. Coffee dyed tracing paper. Here's the other end of that gorgeous see-through fabric with the roses on it. This is the other end of the watercolor paper that's folded up to make a pocket. I think this is K & Company border. And inside I've covered this pocket with Tim Holtz tissue paper. This is Braillard, Yummy Braillard paper that I made the tab from. Inside the pocket is this poster from Ringling Brothers, and on the back I placed a journal, large card there. And then I made a pocket from this scrapbook paper. I made a pocket, folded it over, and made a pocket on both sides of the page. So this side has a little tag with an elephant in it and a little bow, some fibers, and a place to journal on the back. I like this because you could use your white pens to journal on this one, or another color. This side, the pocket has a little card that came from a set of cards from a Little Golden Books, and this Little Golden Book is the Saggy Baggy Elephant, which is also a cute little golden book, and a place to journal on the back. Okay. Now, let's see. This is writing paper. You've all seen that. This was an interesting thing to do with the other end of the popcorn bag. I put washi tape on that side. On this side, there's a little washi tape, all right, but there is a little sign that makes a half belly button on this page. And I did a rubber stamp here, but then I did this little envelope that I think I got from a Tim Holtz page. It's this little envelope and this little sticker. I'm not sure where the sticker came from. It might have been Tim Holtz too, I'm not sure. But inside is just this little card, place you could put some writing. So that's just a tiny little extra thing that you can get on this page. And then the little tuck spot with Dumbo and another Dumbo poster. Journaling area on the back. Graph paper. This is an idea that I got from Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals, she is. And this is a tag with a belly band on it. And the belly band goes all the way around to the back. So it makes a belly band on both sides. I'm not sure she did both sides, but anyway, I did. And then I just put some little journaling cards in here. Just on the front and the back. You could put pictures on these or whatever in this little pocket. Now this is a special kind of a little pocket. I have a paper clip because this one flips up. You can journal there, but also I didn't want to glue it down to the page. It flips up too because when you take the tag out, this is the name of the artist that did this paper that I put in the book. And so I didn't want to lose the artist's name, and so I just put it all in there and use this paper clip to hold it down. Then this page has, well, I've gotten 2 pages stuck together here. Wait a minute. Okay, now, this page just has fabric and cheesecloth with one of those tabs again, one of those little tabs I make on it. A little piece of scrap paper at the bottom here. It's just a little sticker on this page. This, I think, was watercolor. Here's a belly band of wrapping paper. And inside this belly band is a little booklet. This has a little elephant on the front, you see. And it's just, you open this up. This is sewn on. So it has a frame on this side. You could put a picture or you could journal. There's a little rubber stamp here. And then an idea that I got, I believe, from Jibbid Neary. Jibbid makes these little lines to write on by sewing them on the sewing machine, and then she puts little pieces of paper or fabric inside the line. So I thought that would be a fun place to journal on those lines. I wanted to try that anyway. Thank you, Jibbid. Okay, and that's the end of the first signature. And then the second signature, you see this book is quite filled up. It's got quite a bit in it. Hope you don't want to journal a whole lot, although I think there's plenty of journaling room. This is some blingy scrapbook paper. I've put this little metal clip on the edge and attached this little envelope that I made out of scrapbook paper. And let's see, I have rubber stamps, I have writing, I have a cleaner's tag from my dry cleaners, I have washi tape, I have cellophane tape. I drew little lines for the address. This is a little sticker with a little acrylic looking plastic on top, washi tape, a rubber stamp, the other end of that cleaner's tag and washi tape. It's just a fun little envelope. And inside are some journaling cards. This is Tim Holtz. I'm not sure where I got this one, but it's just little places that you can write inside the envelope. I love these little envelopes. They're so much fun. I think I've said that a million times. I'm definitely going to have to make some for my Etsy store. All right, and then there's an envelope here that is just an acrylic envelope. It has a little bit of gold inclusion somehow or other. It looks like gold thread a little bit. And I have just this portrait of a clown in it and a place to journal on the back. So I'm not sure how, yeah, it goes back in like this. And I thought it matched this gold paper over here pretty well. This is mulberry paper. Then another picture from one of my art books, a tag. That's a miniature circus poster for Jumbo, the giant African elephant, and a place to write on the back with coffee-dyed paper. A little tag at the top. You could put ribbon in it or whatever you want to. This is a book page from a little book. I think it's called the Circus Alphabet. D is for dog, E is for elephant. This is scrapbook paper. It has a little straw or burlap ribbon on it that makes the pocket. And then this is textured paper making a tag with, I have lace through the eyelet at the top. And then this is just a little postage stamp with elephants on it and some cheesecloth and fabric. And then this is a little piece of metal ephemera. It's really a jewelry inclusion, but I've used it here as decoration. And then on this side, this is another K & Company little band here. And then this image I got from Tracy and Tisha Moore. It's called The Land of Odd Post that they did, and it's got elephants all in it. And I just backed it with something to journal on. This is Citrusolve paper. I'll put a little link to the Citrusolve's website where you can see more papers from artists using Citrusolve soap or cleanser on National Geographic pages, and it makes these awesome looking backgrounds. And this was just a picture from my art book, another book page. This little book page has the other part of the belly band with the little elephants and giraffes. And this is an elephant. And on the back, because Dumbo was in a tree, I put there's a koala bear on the back of this one, so I was glad I selected this particular elephant card. Then we have the little tuck spot. You see the belly band comes around and makes a tuck spot on this side. I have a miniature little golden book cover with some actual pages out of coffee-dyed paper that I made for you to journal on. And then there's another miniature circus poster with a place to journal back there. And then on this side is a little lace pocket, and here is Patty from Peanuts cartoons. It says, "Be yourself." This is sari silk on the edge. I've sewn around the edge to put this journaling paper on the back, coffee-dyed paper on the back. And then this little envelope is actually made from an Alice in Wonderland book. There's the walrus and the carpenter, and the oysters. And on the inside of this little envelope, of course, you could look down in here and see Alice. Alice is in there. And here's a couple of little journaling cards made from paraphernalia I've gotten concerning Alice. Little picture, miniature from the book, from a book. And so those are for journaling. And that's Alice. I think I had it on the other way, maybe. I'm not sure. I never remember how I do these things. And then this is just a little piece of lace with a little dangle that says laugh on it, on graph paper. This is scrapbook paper, has a little vinyl pocket, and in this pocket are some actual U.S. postage stamps. Circus wagon, 1900s. It's a USA 5-cent stamp. So I thought that was really neat, good little treasure. This is Brayered ink paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that was from a kaleidoscope pad, ink pad. And here's that little elephant I copied, you see, with the little bird. She did a much better job than I did. But this is one of those postcards from the animal box. And this particular artist is, if I can read that, Kazumi Yoshida. And it's put in a fabric belly band that's held on by rusted safety pins. And this side of the page has a library pocket with a little poster, circus poster, part of a circus poster, and a little girl clown on the card, and a little cartoon of an elephant on the back. Places you can journal. And then this is particularly pretty lace, I think. I love that lace. Another page from the book, places to journal. Here's a brayered paper piece with a little picture from my art book of elephants in a row. Scrapbook paper, sewn-in pocket. This is a gigantic tag, card tag with a gigantic elephant on it, and some ribbon. A place to journal on the back. That makes as big a page as the pages of the book. The other end of the song paper. This is a little, I think this is a postcard. Yes, a little postcard with a picture from the DUMBO books. Here's an envelope, and the front of it has these circus posters on here as a pocket, so that I could put a couple of little journaling cards in there. Circus poster and an elephant. And then inside is yet another circus poster for journaling. More paper. This is mulberry paper with a tab on it, and I attached by sewing on a picture from my collection. I've forgotten where I got this particular picture. It might have been a gift from someone, I can't remember. But I thought it was awesome of the elephants. And here's the other end of that envelope that's got some elephant washi tape on this side, some fabric tape on this side, and another little picture of an elephant from a children's book with a place to journal on the back. This page has some fabric collage. It has upholstery fabric, sari silk, a little piece from embroidered lace, and a little piece of muslin, all sewn together on the edge. The other end of the songbook paper. Here's a little pocket, scrapbook pocket with Goldilocks and the Three Bears story. That's a picture from my book of that. And then another little picture of a clown in a parade on the back of the yummy paper. Yummy brayered paper. This is notebook paper that's coffee dyed. Here's another little circus poster. I have lots of little circus posters. And in this pocket is a popcorn bag. And in the popcorn bag are two pretty pictures of elephants, African elephants. I love these. I think these are great. And I think a popcorn bag is a perfect little place to put them. And I may have to work that out in a minute. I'll put it back. All right. And then we have a circus poster that makes a pocket. Poster of portraits of little clowns. And in the pocket is a little booklet that was made by my friend Julie Sadler. Julie Sadler. And she just made this little fold-up book. It's just kind of fun with a little circus theme. I thought that was really a fun thing to include. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate having that. All right. On the back is a belly band made from, what do you call, okay, video amnesia. Here we go. Can't think of what I want to say. Drywall tape. That's what that is. And I've colored it probably with distress inks, maybe. Here is a first day cancel from for the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey postage stamp. And, you know, so they do the envelope and the postage stamp. And I coffee dyed it. Now, I've probably screwed up the value of it by coffee dyeing it, but I don't care. I like it looking old. There's another circus poster with coffee dyed paper on the back. And that goes back in. Oops. Back in the belly band. This is Brayered ink. On the back of scrapbook paper, graph paper, coffee dyed paper. This is a picture from an Edith Holden book that I have folded over the edge of the page to make two pockets. This pocket has a little book with a children's illustration. Well, actually, let me show you that it's a book first. You can write in it. It has several little pages. And then I've bound it with I've bound it with cloth tape. And it has this little picture from the book. That's a fun little thing to journal in. And then here's another little circus picture that I got from my art book with a place to journal on the back. This is the other end of that Citrosolve paper. And I put a little sticker on this one. This is more of that band from K & Company band. And inside the pocket, is a picture from my art book of a mother elephant and her baby, and a place to journal on the back. In that pocket. And then here's the other end of the page from the little Christmas circus alphabet book. V is for vest, and W is for wagon. And then here's a clever little thing that I got. I've forgotten. It's origami, and I've known it for a long time, so I don't know who taught it to me. But this is a little pocket here that has just this little ticket on it for the circus that came to our town. And then on the front here is a picture. It's a smaller picture of a little art page that I did for a book swap one time. And I put Barnum and Bailey's pictures in and made them into clowns. And then I drew these little pictures in white that have to do with the circus. And inside, that's a little pocket too. It's just a little tag in there to write on. But this little corner is not a flip. It's actually an origami page. So there's lots of room to write on. And down here in the right is a little tuck spot with a card with more places to write. So that was fun to make. And then the other end of the mulberry paper. Here's a little pocket made from a panel of miniature circus posters, and the tag inside. Oh, it's not coming out. The tag inside is just a little picture I got from my art book, and I've got a little collage piece on here, and a tab, and a place to journal on the back of it. And hope I can get it back in there. It's because it's so big and it's not on copy paper. I may have to put it back in later. This side has the other end of the blingy scrapbook paper and a little tuck spot for tucking in these little tickets. These are little circus tickets and places to write on the back of them. This one doesn't. This is just the ticket. Okay, and then the last page of the book. And on the inside cover, I have this little booklet that I got that was inspired by Wendy from Wendy's Junk Journal Adventures on YouTube. She makes these, and I just made mine sort of like hers with a little closure. This is a little tab. It says enjoy the journey. This is a place you could take that out and change it if you want to. This has a tablet at the top for journaling. It has a little tag inside the pocket for journaling on the back. The back says yours forever. It's a little Victorian sticker. So there you have that. And that just clips on here. Now I have a little sticker here that is a circus sticker that had a little place that I could put my name and the year that I created this journal. And I put metal tips on the corners of these cover pages. This is the regular back page of the vintage golden book, and I just put these metal corners on because the corners were starting to fray a little bit, and we don't want that to happen. So there you have Dumbo, and just in time for the Dumbo movie to come out. This book will also be added to my Etsy shop just as soon as I can get it posted there. I wanted to do the video and have it ready before I posted it. So that's the third of the promised little books. I had, you know, the other day I did Eeyore, and a while back I did Pussy Willow. So we have Pussy Willow and Eeyore and Dumbo. And all three are in my Etsy store. So check them out. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.